morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers. Good morning, Facebook Nation. Good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages, all around the world. Good morning to everyone, man, woman, and child. Today, before we start, click like, subscribe, share. A lot of stuff on the playlist, and in fact, this video is about the playlist and about making new videos, but saying the same things over and over. That's not who I am. That's not what's going to happen. So this is why you're catching videos far and few. So those videos will always be put up, but at the same time, I'm going to start from the very beginning and repost the old videos, and I'll continually do that. Just go through the list, play each one as each day goes by. And the reason for that is because, as I said, we have a lot of people that are out here and they're saying things over and they're saying them in different ways. And when money gets thrown into the picture, the message changes. And for those that it doesn't change, we can see the effects, because those are actually people somewhat like myself who, we refuse to come up with things just to get people to watch, because at the end of the day, these messages aren't about a profit. These messages are about reaching the people to say that, we have a responsibility to what's going on. We also play a part in what's going on in the world around us. So this is what this video is about today. Before we get into the topic, prayers, condolences to the people in Louisiana, but not just Louisiana, all over the world, because we know that, which is going to be discussed, that tragedies are happening in world record numbers, as well as world record devastation all over the world. So today, our prayers go out to all those who face, these situations in their lives. Now let's get into the topic. The topic is entitled, Welcome to Hell, the one many claim not to exist. Welcome to Hell, the one many claim not to exist. And in parentheses is earth and hell. Here's gonna, this is all gonna tie in. And there's one thing too, before I start, another reason too why, the videos are, based on, things that need to be said, not so much as putting things out there just to get people to watch, to follow you. Leaders don't need followers. Leaders lead. And that's something that everyone, should take to heart. And remember this. Leaders lead. They don't follow. So it's not looking back to say, hey, who's coming with me? It's more or less to say, hey, I've taken the time, done the research. Everything that I'm putting out there is based on, facts. They're not based on opinion. So if you choose to follow, or if you choose not to follow, that's on you. A leader knows that it has been said. So you continue on. It's almost like Jesus said, brush the dirt off and, go to the next village. Because, whether one or two people here listen, that's what's important. One or two people there listen, that's what's important. Because remember, that road is narrow. It's so narrow that many on that road, which is wide, they're all running down it, thinking they're all running down that narrow road. But how can so many people fit into this area, this wide area, if it's so narrow? Usually narrowness means that people have to squeeze through to get by. But the road is running on a wide open playing field, and it's all about you. So let's get into you. Let's get into us. Okay? So the topic has been changed. I think many are wondering why go from the laws of wisdom to welcome to the hell in which humans who fail to admit that exists. How do you go from one to the other? You see, knowledge and wisdom are the keys to change, success, and happiness. However, knowledge and wisdom can also be used for bad as well as evil, or it can be used for both. Somebody may be bad and evil all in one, and the worst all in one. So, this is the reason why get away from wisdom, because wisdom has to, a person has to be able to understand wisdom. You can say things, and if a person is not wise in what it is that the knowledge they're taking in, then that knowledge is no good to that person, because time has not allowed that person to reach a level to where these things will make sense. So this is the reason why I'm getting away from knowledge. And it goes again to, the people who are watching this. A lot of you are good, but what I've noticed also on a lot of channels is you got bad people. They're using all the information to how to undermine people and how to be bad. And these are the things that I don't want. These are the people I don't want around me. These are the people I don't want to associate with. These are the people who smile in your face and hold out their hands with the biggest hugs and are the most devastatingly bad people for you to be around. So these people, not only do I not want them around me, I don't even want them on my channel, because these are people who will not change. They will never change. The only thing that they want to do is change you. So let's figure out how they're going to do this and why they're doing it, and if they think that they are doing it out of themselves, or is something programming them to be the way that they are, which is what a lot of people fail to admit too, that a lot of things that they do are programmed. So in order for me to get into this, there's a famous painting that this topic goes with, and I'm giving you this because everything that you hear in this video, you pull up this, you Google this photo, this picture of a painting, and you look at every little picture inside that painting, and it's everything that's going on in the world today and everything that I'm speaking about right now. And this painting is called Dante's Inferno, D-O-N-T-E-S, Inferno, I-N-F-E-R-N-O. So, this famous painting depicts the painter's view of hell and what takes place in hell, in literal hell. In all religions where they talk about hell, he painted a picture. This is what I want you to look at. See if it's something that's in the future or something that's right now. So, I encourage the viewers that after this video takes place, Google the painting and compare the two, and you will find no difference. Hopefully it'll wake us up to what's going on. Now, let us begin. First, I want to start out with self-gratification. We say so much, we ask for even more than what we are willing to give. And when we give, help or assist anyone or anything or any situation, we want the world to know, admire, and acknowledge our efforts. We want to take pictures. We want to put it on the news. We want the neighborhood to know. We want our families to know. All right, stop there because it gets even deeper. That's only small. Let's put it all together and see what it leads to. We scream about our distraction with prices, inequality, relationships, rules, laws, immigration, religion, sexual orientation, social status, world security, co-workers, neighbors, environment, politics, social injustices, voting, cancel culture. If I miss something, viewers, add it to the list, because we can keep going and going and going, and there's no smiles in this, because that's crazy. That's crazy to have all this. So let's go further, because we'll add some other things to this. So we're living in a world where we're encouraged not only to be, we're not encouraged to be good people, trustworthy people, stand-up people. What we're encouraged to do is we're encouraged to lie, manipulate, scheme, steal, be the one up, be the one over, everything except working together as a team. So we're encouraged for the behaviors that we have today. It's encouraged, it's promoted, and it's propagandized. Okay, so let's look at what we do, because this part is simple. We saw what things that we discussed earlier. If I missed something, add it to that list. So this is what we do. We vent, we protest to a point, we pout, we blame, we deny any and all responsibility to not only what is taking place, but we remove and distance ourselves from situations when the focus is on us. Sound familiar? Oh, I can't speak on that one. Yes, but you gave billions of dollars to this terrorist organization, and this is what they do. Well, I don't recall giving that type of money. I don't recall. Are you kidding me? Or, well, we were in an office, we worked together, and, she wanted this to happen. She was willing to go along with it, and this is what we did. And, but the woman is saying, no, 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 no. Yeah, but, hey, look at me. I'm a movie star. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. Believe me. Again, our world. So, not only are we encouraged to lie and manipulate, what we are being groomed to believe is also disturbing. We strive, and this is how we're groomed. We strive for wealth, success, and false happiness. Notice I didn't put happiness because it's false. You can't have two, and you can't have those two and put it with the one. It just does not exist. I don't give a damn where you are, but let's understand why it will never exist in that same realm. So, happiness in which wealth and success is paid for, not earned, or valued as such. So if a person is standing beside your side, they know that they're there for the money. They're there for that ride. They could care too less about you. They'll be there till the money runs out. So when we sit back and we wonder why, oh, this person walks away, or why that person's walked away from us, because it wasn't built on who we are. It was built on everything that we had. And you can't keep material things forever, because material things become outdated. And if that money supply gets short, your friends get short too. So I guess this is the world we live in. Crazy. Still trying to figure how this is different between hell, earth, and heaven. How these things are different. It seems like earth and hell are one and the same. So let's get a little deeper with this. So when we strive and we retain wealth, we attain this false happiness. None of it is earned. None of it is valued. But however, this is where we again become self-righteous and selfish because we got wealth, because we got success. Now you gotta love me. All right. So we want we want. And what we ask for that love, we ask for that adventure, we ask for that passion, we ask for that companionship that one day allows us a family in which we will have love everlasting. What a joke. How long is it going to last? 10 years? 20 years? How long is it going to last? It's not life lasting. How many relationships, which is a record, which we're going to discuss, relationships don't last. If you last 20 years, you're doing good. Most relationships today don't even last 10 years. Whereas, we can go back 15 years ago. 15 years ago, relationships were ending at death. Divorce was a rarity. Now we're seeing it on an everyday. Well, let's get into it, because that's part of the shattering records part. All right. So let's look at what we do. This is what we want. Let's look at what we do in this situation. We put ourselves first. So this has to do with wealth, love, and success. We put ourselves first. Our jobs first. Our appearance first. What others think first. Me first. I want. Everything else is your fault. And fact, we are never spending time with loved ones or family or love in general, because wealth and success does not allow time for this. Most people don't even have time to raise their families. Most people don't even have time to spend in apartments or houses that they own or cars that they purchase. Most people are not enjoying their lives. They're busy paying off for the things that they walk into for a couple of minutes, and then they got to go right back out the door and continue to chase a carrot that's held out in front of you that says, if you catch this carrot, you'll have everything you want in life, instead of looking the opposite way and say, you know what, I am good in life. Why are you taking away from my life? And that's where change comes in, because people thought that way. Why are you trying to change my life and make me into what you're doing, what you're chasing, instead of allowing us to just live, get along, spend more time with one another, instead of being completely divided, which nothing stands when you're divided, not even a home. Okay? So, and we wonder why things fail. So, we're all going to pay the price. So if you're the viewer and you think that, like I said in prior videos, for one person thinks that I'm speaking specifically to them, no, you're no different than anyone else. And this is the false illusion that we live in. We think that we're unique in that way. We're not unique in that way. We're unique in the way that we are when we accept who we are, and then we go about life being who we are, not what we are trying to be, which is a carrot. All right? So this is the reason for my response. And my response is based on what I am seeing in this world, why it can only get worse. Like global warming, we have also passed the event horizon for change, meaning many are living in a delusion, a false reality, that will not allow a person to see the real world, because we have all become victims to our false reality. And by this, we pay the price, because we are already reached the levels of global warming that we can't turn back the clock. That's out of the picture, and we're going to discuss that in a second. And we'll also pass the point of no return, where it comes to just so many things. I made a list of it. I'm going to explain that list in a minute. But it's the false reality that we're living in. But every time reality, true reality, real time wakes us up, we're all like, oh, well, it was your responsibility. Why did you let this happen? No, you did. Because we've entrusted these people where we've done this and gone about our way while, living in our fake world, while in the real world, they're doing things that, are catastrophic. And when we see it happening, now all of a sudden we want to throw our hands up. So, yeah, we're adding to it. We're adding to it. And that's what most people don't like to hear, their role in all of the stuff that's going on. So let's talk about our responsibility. We look up to the liar, the schemer, the serial killer, the gangster, the beautiful woman, the bad politician, actors, musicians, media, and religion, because so many have refused to seek out truth for themselves. So it should be at least one person in every family on the face of this earth who digs through ancient history, everything, to know exactly where we came from, because if we don't know where we came from, we don't know where we're going. And in my situation, I damn sure didn't come from slavery, but I do know the royalty that I came from, and that all started with King Mansa Musa, but not many people know about him. And the sad thing about it is, when you try to explain things like this to people in your own family, they'll shut it down. And the reason is not because of it not being true, but I'm going to explain it because I got a list for that too. So let's talk about what we do. We know certain portions of what our responsibility is. Let's continue on how we have been doing and what we need to do. So we do this, we look to so many other people, except for the people, who really, really care about us, who really, really are trying to, find ways to bring things together and make things work. We push those people away. That's why that narrow path is so small, because we're taught to push them away. So, and when it comes to us and looking at ourselves, because remember, when you stand up to the truth, then you open up the door for them to turn around and scrutinize your life. So that's why another reason why many people don't do it. Most people won't stand because there's so much dirt within one's own closet. So we do this because so many have refused to seek out truth. And that's the fact. We refuse to seek out the truth. So what we do, we blame, deny, point the finger, instead of taking the time to understand the world that we live in, how to change the mistakes of our past. We encourage and promote the past, because the one thing nobody wants is to have to focus on themselves, and that's what happens when you speak up. Yet from reality, no one can escape. So we may not have a home to call Earth. So as long as we stay in this world of delusion, a couple of years from now, people ain't going to be able to call their home anymore. Either it's going to be underwater, or the land is going to be so hot you can't grow anything on it. And we're not talking about 20 years, 50 years. We're talking about within the next 3 to 5 years. So, we can stay where we are. So no one will escape. So let me leave you with these facts. Fires, divorce, rape, human sex trafficking, floods, global warming, hate, jealousy, envy, mass shootings, domestic violence, terrorism, hurricanes, corporate drug dealing, and slavery. If I missed something, add it to the list. Corporate drug dealing and slavery is at a is at a historical high. Every record in human history has been destroyed, shattered, or broken. Just said that. Shattered or broken. Shattered and broken. Let me stop that. Next year, these records will also be broken because our world is broken. So I want to stop that on the negative side of things, and I want to leave us on a happy Monday morning, on a happy note for the few who are, such as myself, who are real people, and we can be encouraged by who we are, and let that be our motivation to carry us through the week, because we know it exists, but we live in the real, we live in the now. So I'm saying this to all people. It's not to put us in fear, because we already know. Media already does all that 24 hours a day. Many of us, by our actions, we already prove that we are living in fear. So what I'm trying to say is, for us, in ending this, is that if you are the one who cares, then you are the one in God's favor. Whether it, what your higher power is, that you are in that favor, because everything has to do with caring, and caring is a genuine emotion. And when people do it in a fake sense, it gets exposed because it's not who they are. So I'm going to end all this with this. So what I'm saying to the few of us that live in real time, you be ready, you be prepared, you stand firm in being your best you. As I said, in all religions, many, meaning all people, even the ones you love, will attempt to steal your light and your favor, and because you are in your higher power's favor. Because there exists no light in darkness, many, meaning, will appear to be right and just. However, what does their actions say? So continue to walk in the now and here, not in the false and unreal, because in this reality is where Dante's Inferno is. Hell is here, in a place called Earth. So, we're in this hell, but we don't have to be a part of this hell. And that's the message that I'm trying to get out to, the viewers today. And man, it's getting ready to warm up. So everyone have a beautiful day. Again, prayers out to the people in Louisiana and all the people who have been affected by these storms across the globe. Our prayers are with you. And for all of us, have the most beautiful day. And, check every now and then, to see if there's something new that's posted. But as I said, if you're speaking the truth, you don't have to say it over and over and over and over. You don't have to find new ways to say the truth. The truth just is, so the truth stands the test of time. And I'm going to put my videos to that test, because starting out with the first video and going all the way back through it, it says that there's no difference between then and now. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Be the best person that you can be. And remember, you have a choice, whether it is to do good or bad, right or unjust. You have that choice, so make the right choices. And distance yourselves from those who are not making those right choices, because they will drain your life. With that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Peace and blessings.